guys, and welcome back to Me and Mommy, a space where we help you thrive as an individual while also being a mom. It has been probably over a month since I uploaded a video on here, but today I'm back here to share with you guys 5 very powerful and effective tips on how to be productive. It is no secret that you guys know that I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I work full-time, I'm back at work now, my maternity leave is over. I have 3 little kids with me at home, the youngest being almost 8 months old and the oldest being 7 years old. So I have quite a lot to do. My plate is full pretty much every single day without fail. And I'm sure you will relate when I tell you that it is crazy when you're a mom and you have so much to do, especially in your home, and you have no help. It's just me and my husband at home. We are pretty much doing everything by ourselves all the time, every single day, 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. It's just the 2 of us. The one question that I'm asked more than any other question, both on Instagram and on YouTube, is how I'm able to get through stuff with 3 kids at home. A lot of people say I'm a super mom, but honestly, it is not about being a super mom. For the most part, what I do, how I'm able to thrive and how I'm able to be who I am today and where I am today and be able to get the amount of work done that I actually do in a week is all thanks to these tips that I'm about to share with you guys. Tip number 1, designate days to do laundry. This sounds very easy. You might have heard this before, but you never actually really took it to head. But trust me, designating days to do laundry is life-changing. For example, if you decide to do laundry on a Wednesday, you know for a fact that every single Wednesday you are going to be doing laundry, be it your kids' laundry, your partner's laundry, everybody else's laundry. You just do laundry on Wednesday. It'll be life-changing because, for one, you know that when Wednesday comes you have to do laundry. 2, everything that you have when it comes to clothes, underwear, socks, school uniform, anything else and everything else that needs to be washed will take you through to Wednesday. And if it doesn't, then maybe you might want to pick 2 days to do laundry in a week. That way, you know, you always have clean stuff to wear. And for the kids, now that they're back in school, uniform is a must, and you need to always have something clean for them to wear. While on that wave of designating days, tip number 2, you want to designate days for cleaning. It is crazy just how dirty the house can get, especially when you have kids in your home. Children are very free-spirited. They want to play, they want to do stuff, they want to be here and everywhere, and more than half the time they drop crumbs everywhere. You find things in between your couches that shouldn't be in between couches, and you find things under their beds and under the couch and under the sink, pretty much everywhere where they're not supposed to be. And when you designate a day to clean, you know for a fact that on that specific day you are turning the house inside out and everything's gonna be clean. And then all the other days while you wait for the big cleaning day, you can basically just sweep the house and wipe down the dinner table. You don't have to stress about it because you know that day is coming. It's almost like if you have a helper that comes to your house once a week or twice a week to do the cleaning. Treat it like that. Pick a day for yourself and just do the cleaning on that day without having to be too stressed about the house being dirty all the time, or too stressed about wanting to clean the house all the time and not having enough time to get to it. When it comes to regular day-to-day activities, the one thing that has helped me be productive on a daily basis without fail is to do this simple stuff first. For example, if I'm walking around the house and I bump into a cup, a little teacup set that they use to play pretend tea time, I pick that up and I put it where it's supposed to be. If I walk around the house and I find little Mr. Peanut's little soft blankie that he likes to drag everywhere with him, I pick that up and I put it where it's supposed to be. One thing that we sometimes do is we leave things for later. You see something, you're like, I'll pick that up later, I'll pick that up later, and before you know it, everything is piled up. There's a whole lot of stuff that needs to be done, and you get overwhelmed and frustrated, and it feels like it's going to take forever to get through what you need to get through. So just do it as you go along. It's simple, no need to stress about it. If you have a dishwasher, when you're done eating your lunch, rinse the dish, put it in the dishwasher, and carry on with life. Don't let it pile up in the sink, because when it comes time to load that dishwasher with dishes piled up in the sink, it's going to be so overwhelming, so stressful. And like I shared before, clean spaces are actually very good for your mental health. So watching those dishes pile up in the sink and the dirt on the floor and the toys and the blankets and the books and everything else is not going to be good for your mental health. So you want to do that as you go along. The very obvious one is to have a to-do list, but the one powerful tip I want to share today is to prioritize that to-do list. It's very easy to sit down and say, oh, I need to send emails, I need to edit a vlog, I need to publish a giveaway, I need to go for a walk, I need to play with my son. If you have a very long list of things you need to do but it's not prioritized, it's basically like saying I want to lose weight but then sit on the couch and eat chips. It doesn't doesn't help anybody. Prioritizing is fantastic. What I love to do is to do it from the smallest to the biggest. And this is to make sure that I get as much of my tasks accomplished as I possibly can during the day before the night comes. It is very frustrating when you try to attack the big task first, because for one, it might take too long and you run out of daylight or you run out of time and you end up feeling like you didn't really do much. Whereas when you flip it over and you start small, it's almost like that snowball effect. Think about it as you're trying to pay off your debt. You don't necessarily want to attack the big one first because it's going to take you a while and it's going to feel like you're doing nothing. Whereas when you try to attack the small ones first, by the time you get to the big one, you're like, look at me, I have done quite a lot. The one thing you want to avoid doing is to carry things over from one day to the next, because if you're carrying from Monday to Tuesday, you're gonna most likely carry from Tuesday to Wednesday, and it's gonna be like a vicious cycle that you're gonna be trapped in for a long time. My target is to get through the small ones before 12 in the afternoon. That way I have enough time to attack the big one. Just in case I don't get through it, I can then carry a little portion of the big task to the next day rather than carrying everything to the next day. And I hope that makes sense. And the fifth and final tip, especially if you're a mom, is to wake up 30 minutes to an hour earlier than everybody else in the house. I know it's gonna take a lot of self-pep talk. It's gonna take a lot of motivation in a way, a lot of determination too, to wake up earlier than everybody else, especially if you have a small kid that still wakes up in the night. Trust me, there are days where I honestly feel like I don't want to do it, like I'm struggling to get out of bed. What I do in those days is basically just pick days. So for example, I'll say Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I will wake up earlier than everybody else to get to what I need to do before everybody else wakes up. But if she has good nights, then I'm happy to wake up earlier than everybody else every single day. If you wake up earlier than everybody else, say 30 minutes to about an hour before everybody else, you get to have your me time. It is incredibly insane how much work we do as parents that we almost forget about who we are. We almost forget about ourselves because you're too busy making lunches, making breakfast, doing laundry, cleaning the house, working, making money, paying bills, and doing all these other things that need to be taken care of, that you basically forget about yourself, what you love to do, grabbing a book and reading, paging through a magazine, watching a YouTube video. Waking up 30 minutes to an hour earlier gives you that. You have to constantly be conscious of choosing yourself when you're a mom, because it is so easy to get lost in the mix of everything else. My biggest fear in life is that I will wake up someday when I'm 40, 50 years old and I will look back and say, who am I? Like, what happened to you? And so because of that fear, I'm constantly just trying to make sure that I stay true to who I am. I always try and make sure that I nurture the things that I love to do, and it helps me fill up my cup so that I can fill up my little baby's cups and my husband's cup. Waking up 30 minutes to an hour earlier is fantastic. I get to take a shower and I'm not rushed to get through it. I'm not worried about a baby crying their booties off while I'm showering. I'm not too stressed about my tea getting cold. It's basically my me time. I do anything and everything that I want. It's a time to get back to who you are, find the me in mommy, and just nurture your soul. Fill up your cup for a little bit. Get ready for the day. So when everybody wakes up, you're like, I'm ready. All systems go. Let's do this. Those are my 5 effective and powerful tips on how I'm able to be productive as a mom, a wife, a working mom, and an influencer. It's just about planning. Make sure that you have your ducks in a row, know what you're doing. Biggest thing that makes us fail, that sets us up for failure, is going through our days trying to figure out what it is we are doing. If you have it on paper, you have it prioritized, and you woke up 30 minutes to an hour earlier than everybody else, you are good to go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Let me know in the comment section down below, what is your one go-to powerful tip on how to be productive? What helps you stay productive? What helps you stay on top of things? I really would love to know. For today, that's it. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you on our next video. Bye.